You know, we're following up on the girl who was trapped in that cave for more than 10 hours yesterday.
Yeah, Charlie Cooper is live at Robber Baron Preserve where it all happened. And Charlie, how is that girl this morning?
Good morning, guys. That girl is relieved to be out of this cave. Now, we're in the entrance of this cave. I can already feel how warm it is, but you guys can probably see how deep it is. It is dirty. There's a ton of limestone rocks. That girl was 350 feet deep into this cave, into this hole, and she was encrouched between holes. I can already feel the warmth in this place, but I can imagine she had to be nervous being in this really, really tight space. I don't know if you can see how tight it is, but how did she get here? You're probably wondering. Well, she got here around 1 o'clock yesterday when she was on a class trip with Robert E. Lee's school. She's a high school student, so of course she was with dozens of other students checking out this preserve, and around 1:40 she ended up stuck in a hole here. Now, rescue volunteer cavers tried to get her out of this hole, but after trying for a whole entire hour, they finally seeked help from the authorities. Now, just to give you some context, this is the oldest commercial cave in Texas, and volunteers told us they have never seen anything like this happen before. And in fact, Chief Hood, SAFD chief, says that this is extremely rare as well. Now, half of the girl's body was out of the hole, the other half was stuck inside, so she was able to communicate with officials, luckily. And as they tried to chisel her out, they were able to give her food, water, and ventilation because, like I said, it's pretty warm. Believe it or not, it was about 75 degrees inside of this cave, and I believe it because I can really feel the steam coming up. Now, the crews were able to just communicate with her, make sure that she was doing okay, and as the night went along, they were fighting the elements. The more they chiseled through the tough limestone here, the more she was sliding deeper into the hole. Here's what the chief had to say.
The first thing she told her mom is that I didn't want to die in there. And so to hear that as a parent, and then to be a parent and to see your kid that you don't know whether they're going to come out or how they're going to come out, I think that's pretty emotional and rewarding for each and every one of us.
Now, after almost 10 daunting hours of trying to get her out, they finally were able to get her out with a harness and some soap. And back here live, like I said, this hole is pretty deep. It is really, really deep. It's really slippery down here. I can feel the heat coming up from inside of this cave. She was probably somewhat uncomfortable, but luckily her body was above ground. So part of her body was above ground, so she was able to communicate. And once they were able to get her out, you could hear cheers from her family members and from her friends, just excited that she was out. And rescuers stuck around for a little bit just to get their tools out and to make sure that they left this cave as safe as they found it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Charlie.